Okay, then start it. So welcome to the meeting. Today we are going to discuss about the Encore application. See, Encore is the major application if we consider all IT applications of Election Commission of India. So in Encore portal, what is happening is that from the start of the election declaration to the end of the election, the whole process is covered in Encore portal. If you say permissions, nominations, then regarding the voter turnout, then counting, index card preparation, and expenditure. So all these modules come under Encore, and it is very, very important portal considering the election. Uh, so these are the modules in Encore portal. See, Encore is there for I think for more than 4 or 5 elections. So everybody might be knowing about the Encore portal. Still, these are the modules that is covered in the Encore portal. So first one is candidate nomination. See, once an election is declared, the candidates will come with nominations. So we have to digitize the nominations. So all the nominations has to be digitized through Encore portal. So in the Encore portal, once you receive the offline nominations, I think the nomination will be collected till 3 p.m. So after 3 p.m., all nominations should be digitalized and on the same day itself. So the dashboard will be visible to all officials, including DEO, CS, and ECI. So we want the correct update on the end of the day regarding how many nominations had been received. So once the nominations are received, it should be digitized within the end of the day. So usually you can collect all nominations and can digitalize after 3 p.m. or whatever it is. If one nomination is received and immediately also you can digitize, that is according to the RO's operational thing. So first thing is candidate nomination. Whatever nominations we have received, we will be digitizing the nomination. The second one is, so inside the nominations we have so many aspects, like we have to fill the names of the name of the candidate, age, and some demographic details. We have to up if he's having a criminal antecedent, criminal കേസുകൾ ഉള്ള ഒരു വ്യക്തിയാണെങ്കിൽ he has to upload the criminal antecedent details. Then he has to upload the affidavit details. So everything comes under this nominations, and we will go see those things in the live demo of the portal. So second one is the scrutiny. This is also very important. The scrutiny means whether we are accepting the nomination or whether we are rejecting the nominations. So scrutiny, there will be an option to select the both options, either to accept or to reject. So whatever this ROs is deciding regarding the nomination, we have to mark it in the Encore portal also. So once we have digitized all the nominations, these nominations will be listed in the Encore portal. So during the scrutiny time, against each nominations, we have to mark either it is accepted or it is rejected. So third one is candidate affidavit management. This has nothing to do with us. Means ROs or anybody has to enter anything. No need to enter anything in the affidavit management portal. But it is very, very important that whatever you are filling in the nomination and scrutiny, everything will be visible to the public in the candidate affidavit management portal. So if you go to affidavit.eci.gov.in, you can see all election details in that portal, which is accessible to public. So not only public, medias, everybody will be accessible for this detail. So it is very, very important that the data correctness of the data we are digitalizing should be ensured. So earlier time in if you check on parliament election and all, there is so many mismatches happened in the affidavit portal. So one candidate may be giving one affidavit, you will be uploading the affidavit of another candidate. So there are so many issues happen. So it should be done with utmost care that all the nominations are digitized properly, especially the spellings, the address, the and affidavit, the criminal antecedent details which are going to be uploaded. So that things has to be taken care of, and it will be visible in the affidavit portal. So affidavit portal will be for the public. Next one is the permission. So the permission is also very important. So once election is announced, all the permissions. So there is a public interface for this Encore portal, which is called as Suvidha portal. So through the Suvidha portal, candidate can do the online nomination. Candidate representative can apply for permissions. So all this comes in the RO login. In the permission case, there are about 25 permissions or 25 or 26, I think so, permissions in Encore portal, which is structured by ECI. So all these permissions will be marked to concerned authority. So we will be updating the master data. So majority of the permissions are handled by ROs. Only one or two will be handled by DOs and one will be handled by CEO. So the major work related to permission will be in the RO login. So once election is announced, citizens or candidate representatives will apply for permissions through Suvidha portal. That application will come to the RO login or DO login or CEO login, how we are mapping it. And through that login, we have to either accept or reject the permission by uploading the order. So there will be a proceedings by giving permission. So that should be uploaded and we have to either accept or reject. And that order will be gone to the Suvidha portal and the candidate or candidate representative can download the order and can use it for the election purpose. Here, this is not only for the online permissions. If at all any permission comes in offline mode to the RO office or DE office or CE office, even though we are processing it through offline also, we have to digitize in the Encore portal. So permission, all permissions should be inside the Encore portal, even if it is applied through online or offline. So this is regarding the permission. Then we have polling trends. So polling trends means on the day of the poll, every 2 hours we have to update the percentage of total voter turnout percentage in the Encore portal. But this time there is no role for ROs, DEOs or anybody in the control room to update the voter turnout because we are giving the presiding officers a mobile application to update the voter turnout every 2 hours and that will be visible to the public. But the control room should ensure that these updates are done on the correct time frame and all presiding officers have done the update. For example, if a district has about 1,500 polling booths, the 1,500 presiding officers should update all the 2 hourly based voter turnout and the RO team, DO team and CO team, everybody has to ensure that all the data entry had been done in the correct time frame. So for example, the first entry for the voter turnout will come on 9 o'clock. So the presiding officers has a time frame of 9 to 9:20. So within that time, the presiding officer has to enter the voter turnout and that will be gone to the after 9:20 that will be getting published in the public voter turnout application where all the media's public everybody will be taking the voter turnout. So this time there is no entry of voter turnout from RODO control rooms. All should be done by PROs, but ensure that all the data entries are done in the correct time frame because after this time frame, no entry will be permitted. Then the other one is election counting module that I will detail explain in later stage. Then we have index card. So index card, there is a connection that whatever data we are filling in the nomination, in the scrutiny, everything will come automatically populated in the index card. So this time there is no physical index card. Till last elections, there are physical index card. We have to match the physical index card with our Encore index card, etc. That things are there. But now there is no physical index card, only online index card, which has to be filled within 48 hours of uh, result declaration. So index cards has to be finalized by the RO, then it will come to the CEO, then CEO has to finalize it and the index card will be published in the ECI website. That's why I am saying data correctness is very important. Any minute mistake in the initial stages can cause a serious problem during the index card preparation. So from the start itself, please ensure that the data is correct. So there is nothing big deal in this because just verify the spellings are correct. Just verify that whatever in the nomination form, the address, everything has to be exactly matched with the Encore digitization. That is only we have to taken care of. And this is, then we have expenditure monitor, which comes after index card. That will be also explained later. So these are the modules in the Encore portal. So from this, we understood that all the modules from the initial stage to the end of the stage, this Encore portal is used, and it is very, very important that all the operations regarding this Encore portal should be understood by all the nodal officers, assistant nodal officers, and also RO nodal officers. So this is the guidelines regarding the nominations, which is explaining the various roles of CEO, DEO, and ROs. So I am not going to detail because we will be going to live anyway. So so candidate nominations, we have two type of nomination. One is online nomination and one is offline nomination. So it was there in the previous elections also. But what we are seeing is that these online nominations will be very rare, maybe one or two in the whole state. But we cannot assure that this time also it will be like that, because many may try to apply through online nomination, especially this independent candidates. And also we have to be very well look at whether any online nomination has come to the Encore portal or not. So next one is the offline nomination, which the candidate will be coming to the RO office and will be submitting the nomination. And later stage, we will be digitizing the nomination. So there are two types of nominations, online and offline. So offline nominations, these are the steps. So one is candidate details. This is the basic step where we will be entering the name, demographic details, everything. That is the first step. Second step is uploading the affidavit. There will be an affidavit submitted by the candidates. So we have to upload the affidavit properly. The third one is multiple nomination. So what is multiple nomination? If one candidate comes for filing the nomination and he filed a nomination, then again he will file another nomination. Same person will file another nomination. So that is called multiple nomination. I think about a single candidate can apply for about can give about four nominations. So for a single person, there will be four nominations. But if there is no need for digitizing every nomination, so once the first nomination is received and we have digitized it, if any second nomination is coming, we have to just mark the second nomination against the first nomination. So please take care of this. No need to file multiple nominations separately. If you got three nominations from a single candidate, the first candidate nomination will be done fully. We will digitize the full details. In the case of multiple nomination, the basic details will be already there in the Encore portal. So you have to just map the second nomination to the first nomination. Likewise, we will be adding the multiple nomination. Then the fourth one is counter affidavit. This is just nothing where if one affidavit is uploaded and if any some issue is there in the affidavit, then the candidate will submit a counter affidavit. So we have provision for uploading that counter affidavit also. So in the case of online nominations, the candidate will be applying for an online nomination and he will be asking for an appointment with RO. So that appointment request will come in the RO login of Encore portal. That's why I'm saying you have to take care of that also, because every time nobody will look on that appointment section, because nothing will come sometimes till the half of nominations. Only in the last stage some nominations may come. So in the RO login, that has to be verified whether any appointment request is whether any appointment request came or not. And if it came, you have to accept the appointment, and you will schedule a date and time, and at that time that person has to come physically to the RO office and should submit the online nomination details also. But the digitizing case, already the details will be there in the Encore portal, so it is easy for us. So that has to be taken care of. So these are the steps in online nomination that you can refer. You can also go to the Suvidha portal and you can try for any online nominations also. Then scrutiny and finalization. So another activity that will be happening after the nomination will be, as I said earlier, scrutiny. So this is the whole process you can see in the screen regarding the nomination, actually, from the scrutiny till the preparation of 7A. So in the scrutiny, what will happen is that RO will mark all the nomination as either accepted or rejected. As I said earlier, RO will mark against each nomination whether it is accepted or rejected. The second one is marking valid. So second one is marking validly contesting candidates. This means, for example, if one person has multiple nominations, one nomination will go for contesting, right? So if a person submits for four nomination, all his four nomination will be going for the contest. Only one nomination will be going for the contest. So you have to select the one nomination. So there will be a list of 10 candidates in which there will be 6 individuals. So 6 validly contesting candidates should be marked against each other. Should be marked. So that is meant by validly contesting candidate. So after you put validly contesting candidate, then the next one is symbol allotment. For national parties and state parties, I think the symbol will be already allotted while we are digitizing the form itself. But for the independent candidates, I think we have to allot the symbol, and there will be a drop down of symbols approved by ECA, and we have to just mark it against each candidate only. Then the fourth stage is sequencing of candidates. So next is we have to prepare the 7A list. 7A means the final list of candidates which should be sequenced in an order. So that order criteria will be known by the RO office. So I don't know exactly whether what is the criteria, maybe alphabetic order or national party, state party, like that there is a order. So we have to sequence it in the Encore portal also. So which candidate will come in the first, which candidate will come second, which candidate will come third. So there will be an option to put 1, 2, 3 against each candidate. So you will sequence that candidate list, and after that, the sequencing will be completed, and you have to finalize the 7A. So after the sequencing and all, this 7A physical copy will come to CEO office. Please note that the 7A physical copy, where Encore has no role, there will be a physical copy which is prepared by the election officials. That 7A will come to CEO office. Here, a team will verify the 7A, physical 7A, and approve the 7A. After the approval of your 7A only, you have to finalize the 7A in Encore portal. So I am repeating, after sequencing, you have to wait till CEO office says the approval of physical 7A copy submitted by your ROs. After that only we should finalize the 7A in the Encore portal, because once we finalize the 7A, we can do nothing in the previous sections of nomination. For example, if you want to change a name, change a address, there is a change in the address or anything. If you finalize it, you can do nothing. Everything will become freeze. So the 7A finalize should be taken care very seriously, that there is an OTP also will go to returning officer before the verification because of the seriousness. So once the physical copy of 7A gets verified by the CEO office and it is communicated to your ROs, then ROs can finalize the 7A in Encore portal. Hope it's clear. Next. So then affidavit management, as I said earlier, this will be the portal for the citizens to view the what is happening regarding nomination. So you can see a dashboard, you can see the photo, everything here. The citizens can upload the affidavit submitted by the candidates, etc. So you should be taken extra care in this. And after doing the nominations, you should instruct the RO team to refer the affidavit portal and check whether all the details are correct and accurate. Otherwise, we can edit it and change it. So that's why once we have done all the nominations, please go to the affidavit portal, check everything, and make sure that all details are correct. So this instruction has to be given to all ORO nodal officers. So next is permission management. So permission management, the master data preparation responsibility lies with CEO. Lies with the CEO. So CEO will prepare the master data. So what happens with the DEO and RO is that. So I wait 1 minute. I will uh, show the performer. So this will be the master data. So here you can see about 25 permissions we have already listed. So these 25 permissions, majority are listed for ROAC, which means these permissions when applied by the citizens will go to RO only. Here you can see that some permissions there is an approving, there is an NOC which has to be given by an department outside the RO office, that is police. So about 8 permissions we required the NOC from police also. So police also should be onboarded to the Encore portal. So the permission request will come from the candidate or the political party representative. If there is no police, then it will come direct. Then RO can take a decision and approve the permission or reject the permission. If there is a police, then the application will be visible to the police also through a nodal Subida app, which we will be providing to these nodal officers. and from there they have to provide an NOC. After that, RO will submit. After that, only RO will accept or reject the permissions. Hope it is clear. For majority of permissions, there will not be any police. So RO can directly take a decision and do the things. But in 8 cases, there is a police permission, especially related to loudspeaker and rallies. So we need an NOC from police. So this will be mapped to the police nodal Subida app. Police has to give an NOC through that app. Then only RO will take the decision. So if EO has to assign a nodal officer, RO also has to assign a nodal officer. So this should be also taken care and instruction should be provided to appoint a nodal officer for from the police department for both DEO and RO. RO should have a police officer and DEO should also have a police officer. So how this is happening, you can see that which I have earlier explained. There are two types of submissions: physical submission and online submission. The both will be digitalized. So the submissions will go to CEO, DEO, or RO depending upon the authority of permission. And if a nodal point is there, then it will go to nodal. Nodal has to reply back with NOC. If there is no nodal, it will directly go for accept or reject. Hope it is clear. The roles. Then polling trends, I think we can go later, but still I will explain to you that it is through the Ecinet app. This time we are doing the voter turnout entry through the Ecinet app, which is provided to the presiding officers. So presiding officers will have a mobile application, which will be having a set of questions. As you may remember about the poll manager app, which is developed by NIC, which we used to do these activities through their poll manager app during the previous elections. So exactly similar, but though not that much questions. Earlier it was about 20 plus questions was there, but it has been reduced to very less questions by ECI. So that will be there. So on the day of the poll, we will get around 2 hour basis slots to enter the voter turnout data, and it will be open for half an hour. Within that half an hour, the data should be entered. And once it is entered, it will be visible to the public, the voter turnout app. So you can see the time frame. It is first will be from 9 to 9:30, then 11 to 11:30, 1 to 1:30, 3 to 3:30, and 5 to 5:30. Then the close of poll and end of poll. So that we will discuss in the later stage. Then we will move to live demo. encore.eci.gov.in, we have to select it and we have to enter the user ID. User ID we can see here. So this is the user ID for the Legislative Assembly 139. You can see here. Hope you are visible above the Diba Shivadasan. You can see a ROAC S11. So this will be common. ROAC S11A will be common. And the corresponding Legislative Assembly code will be here. So if it is the Manjeshwaram, I think it is 001. Since it is, I think, Kovalam in Thiruvananthapuram district, it is ROAC S11A 139. So ROAC S11A will be common and put the Legislative Assembly code. Then there will be a password which will be triggered to the email IDs of ROs. And then there will be an OTP which will be triggered to the mobile number given by the ROs. That's why I'm saying log into the portal. This will be the interface. So there will be the dates of the election, what all notification date, nomination date, scrutiny date, etc. will be there. Then you have the dashboard in how much applications has been received, how many accepted, how many rejected, how many withdrawn. So here you can see the first one, request for appointment. This is where I said earlier that sometimes there will be a request for appointment in the case of online nominations. Nobody will look into this and they will process everything, and this will become pending towards the last. We cannot look it like that. So every day we have to check whether any appointment request has been came to the RO login. And if it is came, you have to click on this and there will be you can search by the candidate name and it will be listed and you can provide the appointment and the candidate has to come at that time. So it is not mandatory that candidate has to come that time. He can come any time to the RO office in the time frame provided with the documents he has given for applying through online nomination. But still, we have to give him a confirmation And so please check on this whether any appointment has been given or not. Then we have pending physical verifications that is related to our offline nomination. Pending physical verification is related to online nominations. So once the request for appointment is given, so here, for example, it will be one, and we have given the appointment. Then automatically this pending physical verification will be turning to one because the online nomination has to be physically verified. So these two comes under online nominations, and this application, total applications accepted, rejected, withdrawn, everything comes under the offline nominations no and online nominations together. Hope it's clear. The dashboard is clear. So now first we will go to the candidate nomination. So below the home you can see a candidate nomination here. So you will click on the candidate nomination. You will click on the candidate nomination, and then you will go to first case nomination. So you have clicked the nomination. So now we have a document set of one nomination that we have received. So first thing is that you have to upload the candidate image. So candidate might have been given a photo, passport size photo of the candidate, which we will be scanning and saving it in our system. You have to click on this, upload the candidate photo. So the candidate photo is uploaded. Next, you have to give the party name. So every party name will be listed here. So you have to give the party name. If it is an independent, you can give independent. So you can see here, see that symbol not allotted since it is an independent candidate. But if it is a national party or state party, you can see, for example, if we take INC, you can see that hand is automatically fetched here. Hope you are visible. The hand is automatically fetched here. So in the case of independence only, it will be allotted in the later stage. So we will go with independent. So independence. Now next is simply filling the name in English, and name in Hindi is not mandatory. So we can go for the vernacular. That is our Malayalam language. You can copy paste the Malayalam font here. Then we have candidate alias name, which can be given, cannot be. It is not mandatory. And one thing you have to make sure the name which we are providing in here, the name in English and name in Malayalam will be the name visible to public, will be the name in the 7A, should be the name in the ballot paper, should be the name in the counting display, everything. So what name you have to enter. So what the candidate might have a request to add his name like this, like that, everything. If he want to add an advocate in front of him, you have to add here only. If he anything, how he wants to display the name, and based on the RO's decision also, you have to put the name in here. This alias name has no connection to anything. It's not at all important also whether if you want to enter or you can enter, otherwise no enter. Since it is there in the statutory form which is there for nomination, the IT system also put it there. That's why it came there. So there is no relevance on that. Then we have name in, if the nomination paper has an alias name, you can put there, no issues. Then name in English. Here also we have to give the vernacular name, female, anything, PAN number, age, then full address. Address here you have to take extra care. It should be exactly similar to the 7A. In the vernacular also, you have to select the state, Kerala. Kerala, no, his state. Or it is Tiruvandar. Any AC. Then we have category general SC ST. So which category you have to select it. Then part number of that candidate, serial number, which will be there in the nomination form. Here, this is very important. You can see candidate have shown any criminal antecedents. Criminal antecedents all or a candidate anangil, we have to upload that data. So if there is any criminal antecedent, so usually the criminal antecedent will be given in the affidavit. So inside the affidavit, there will be certain pages which is showing the criminal antecedent of the candidate. So if you give no, then there is nothing to upload. So if you are giving yes, then we have to upload the criminal antecedent details. So here what the issue happens is that you will upload all the affidavit here. It should not be done like that. The inside the affidavit, there is some pages where the candidate will be showing the criminal details, criminal antecedent details. You have to upload that details only. So you have to split either the nomination, or you can scan the nomination in two ways. One with scan the affidavit in two ways. One the full affidavit, one the criminal antecedent pages only. So here you can choose the file and you can upload the criminal antecedent here. And you can give the submit button. So what here error comes is that already I have entered the details. So the system has automatically fetched another candidate with the same name, with same address and all. So they are saying, the system itself is saying that you should opt for multiple nomination menu. So if the case of multiple nomination, candidate name will be similar. All four nominations will have candidate name. So if a multiple nomination comes, you just select the candidate name from the list, which we have already applied. So that nomination will come. Select in which party he is applying the nominations, and then you have to submit it. So candidate submission details, multiple nomination candidate submission has been done, and the affidavit will be different. So here again you have to upload the affidavit. So you have to upload the affidavit, then these things, and you have to submit it. So this is the case of multiple nominations. So you have to accept it, and it has been successfully added. You got the message. But what if the case it is a single nomination? We will try for one more nomination, which is a single nomination, and we can test on that. Okay, we have entered one nomination, which is he is applying for the first time, and we have given criminal antecedent is there, and we have uploaded his criminal antecedent details, and then we have submitted it. So we have forgot to enter the age, so submit it. So once the first we submit the nomination, then the next page will be we have to upload the affidavit. Earlier we have uploaded the criminal antecedent only. So next step is we have to upload the affidavit for that candidate. So from the name, which candidate here it will be listed. So whatever nominations we are doing, it will be listed here. And for all these, the affidavits have been uploaded, and for 4 and 6, the affidavit is not uploaded. So we have to upload this. So here to choose the file from here, upload it. Education, you have to select the education of the candidate. Total asset value he has declared. Then if he is criminal convicted, then that has to be entered. Any criminal case pending in court, that has to be given, and you have to submit it. So now you can. So it has been successfully submitted. So we have gone for nominations. You have understood everything. Hope I think. Then we have gone for multiple nominations. There is no need of again digitizing the nomination. You just go to multiple nomination, and the candidate is coming with a second nomination, third nomination, or fourth nomination. You just select that candidate name from here. Then select the party he is applying for second time. Select the symbol, submit it. Then go for the affidavit upload, and you have to submit it. Fine. Then if any criminal antecedent details, any update is required, you can update again. Even though if you have uploaded in the initial stage and you found out that something wrong happened, you can upload again. And in the case of affidavit also, if you feel that the affidavit has some issues, and a counter affidavit has been submitted by the candidate. So see, one affidavit they will be submitting. RO will be pointing out, or somebody else will be pointing out that there is an issue in the affidavit. So then there will be an option for the candidate to submit a counter affidavit. So you can upload the counter affidavit in this section. So hope this is all related to the nomination part. Now if you come to the list of applicants. So now the second step is scrutinizing. Hope you are remembering the after digitalizing all nominations, there will be a particular day which is assigned for the scrutiny of the nomination. So after the scrutiny, the RO will be giving a list of those who are accepted and those who are rejected. Then you log into the Encore portal, go here, the scrutiny of candidates. You can see the seventh one. So sixth one is the list of applications. So you can see the list of applications which we have applied here. You can update the profile, you can view the profile, you can edit the profile, you can do whatever you want before the finalization. So you can do that in the list of applicants. So on the scrutiny date, you have to click on the scrutiny of candidates. And then here, after the RO gives you the list of the candidates accepted and rejected, go against each candidate and you have to change the status, either accepted or rejected. Hope it's clear. If it is accepted, you can give enter accepted here and you have to give the save changes. So that will be accepted. Likewise, for all the nominations, you have to enter either accepted or rejected based on the list provided by the RO. So basically, when the scrutiny is happening, where the political party people will be sitting, everybody will be sitting, and RO will be deciding it. There is no need that you should do at that time itself against each nominations. Let them complete the scrutinization, let them complete everything, and let them provide us the final list, and then we will upload in the, then we will change the status in the Encore portal. So it should be like that. Otherwise, there will be so many confusions. So avoid that. Let them do the scrutiny. No need to disturb them. Let them complete it. Let them provide the list. We will update in the Encore portal. So after the scrutiny, the next step is, so now we have a set of nominations which is accepted and rejected. So rejected, we have nothing to worry about. That is already rejected. Now there is some time we will be giving to the candidates to withdraw the nomination. So all the accepted nominations, there will be a time frame for the candidate to withdraw the nomination. And if he is withdrawing the nomination, then we have to mark that in the withdrawal of the candidate section. Hope in the menu bar you can see this eighth one, withdrawal of candidate. So if a candidate withdraws it, you can go here. Eh, So though the accepted candidate list will be here. From there, you can withdraw the candidate as withdrawn, and then you can provide the withdrawn and you can save the changes. So his candidate will be withdrawn. So next to the list will be having the not withdrawn candidate list and the accepted list. So the withdrawal is happening like this. Then the next step is we have to mark the contesting candidates. I said earlier, there will be maybe 4 nominations of a single candidate might have been accepted. Then there is no need for to reject that. So the 4 nominations will be there. But for one candidate, we can mark the validity contesting candidates as only one nomination. So we have to mark it against this. Out of the 4 nominations, which nomination should be gone to the contesting candidate nomination, that we have to mark, which will be happening here. So I think I have to accept or reject all the in the scrutiny. So he can here he can see that when you take the list of scrutiny of applications, affidavit, since affidavit is not uploaded, there is no option for the changing the status from approved or rejected, because it should be rejected because affidavit is not there. If we have forgotten to upload the affidavit, please upload it. So we have to reject this since the affidavit is not there. Then we have to select, then we have to change it text accepted. So we have completed the scrutiny. We have gone to the withdrawal, everything. Then we will go for mark as contesting candidate. So here you can see this has been came and we can see that. So mark as contesting candidates is there in the against each candidate. So you should be So by default, everything will be no. You can see mark as contesting in no. So you have to mark it appropriately. So I will take the second one and mark as contesting candidate yes and save. So out of this 4-1, I have accepted the 2, 3, and 4 as contesting candidate. So now these we have to worry about only this 3 and 4. The next step is assign symbol. So assign symbol since this one, the first one already a symbol is allotted. I have said that for national parties and for other parties, a symbol might have also allotted earlier. For those who have not allotted the symbol, we will be having an option to assign the symbol. So from here, you can select all the symbols which is approved by ECI. So what symbol is allotted, you can provide him that symbol and save changes. Then the symbol is allotted. So symbol allocation also completed. Then contesting candidates, the next one. So here you can see that the contesting candidate list has been came. So that the only that those candidate list which we have marked as contesting candidate came here. Now we have to prepare the 7A according to the criteria. So I told already the 7A is prepared based on certain criteria that national parties will come in the top order and then the state parties, then the independents like that. So how the 7A? So I have told that there will be a physical 7A which will be given to CEO office for verification. So once the 7A is received after approval, you will get the copy of the 7A. Look at the 7A, how it is sequenced, and you should sequence accordingly to the approved 7A. So, for example, the second one will be maybe the national party. You should provide the serial number as 1 here. Then you should provide the serial number as 2 here. Then only you should update. And you have to click the update button. So it is updated. Then you have to finalize. Finalize the candidates. Then the OTP will go to RO login. So currently I'm going not for that because I have to call the RO and get the OTP, which will be difficult at this stage. So once it is finalized and you will get the Encore 7A from the nomination portal. Okay, the next one is after finalization and all, there is a 12th option that is publication of criminal antecedent. So here what happens is that all those candidates who have a criminal antecedent will be listed here. And there is a rule that all these criminal antecedents should be published in a newspaper 3 times before the election, and that has to be marked here. So, for example, if a particular candidate has published his first publication, you should confirm it. You have to enter the date here when it is published, and you have to save it. Likewise, for every candidate, those criminal antecedent is there. The 3 publication date has to be entered here. Then there is a form 4 is here that just for reference only you can click here. List of valid national nominated candidate will be seen. There is no, we are not going to that here. Then we have see the list of nominated candidate only. This is for the data analytics purpose and all. So this is all about the nominations. So after nominations, we will be going to permissions also. So first of all, we can be important. Um, we cannot encourage any small mistakes also. Actually, it is only a data entry portal. So still, we have to be very careful regarding this, especially in the spellings, details you are entering. And also this time there is only an online index card. So whatever details we are giving in this stage will be populated in the index card. So at that time also, it is very important. So please ensure that the data are entered correctly. If so, hope the nominations are clear. Then we will move to permissions. Next is permissions. So here you can see the second one, permission. So permission, we have only 4 options. One is add, update master data, then offline permission module, then accept bar reject permission, then create agent. So in the add bar update master data, if you go, there are 3 things you have to update. One is police station, one is nodal officer, and one is location. So what is police station? So police station, we have to add here all the police stations that comes under that particular RO, means that particular constituency. So here you have to say the police station name, address, in charge name, mobile number, and police station mobile number, and then you have to give the save button. So once you added that then it will be, I will add one. Now you can see that these things are getting added. So then why we are adding the police station means once the candidate or the candidate representative is applying for an permission, if there is a police NOC required, there will be a drop down to show the police stations concerned. So he will be selecting the police station which he is going to apply for the permission. So he has to give that police station details. So next is the add nodal officer details. So the RO has to add the nodal officer. So here it is very important that the mobile number, department, division name. Department name will be added by CEO office, that we will be adding the master data, we will be adding the police department, and it will be visible in the drop down here. You will be visible police, or if MVD is required, we will be adding motor vehicle department, etc. That will be decided by the CEO office. So currently there is only police department. So we will be adding the police and it will be dropped down in the here, and you can select the police department, division name, address, in charge name, designation, mail ID. So this is very important because you can see here when you click the view, the police officer we have added. So he is active now. So why this button is there is that he is having a nodal app. So everybody might be knowing the police officer for the RO will be given a nodal app. So in that app, all those permissions which require the NOC from police will be visible to the this officer in his application. Please note that all the applications which require the police permission will be visible to the nodal app of this police officer, and he has to log in through this mobile number which we have onboarded, and the cases will be listed. He has to click on the case, verify it, he has to provide a NOC and he has to submit it. Then only RO has to provide the order for either accept or reject. That's why this nodal officer is added. I think RO will be having one nodal officer, so he has to add the one nodal officer only. So for one department, only one nodal officer can be added. So RO should have a one nodal officer. He has to appoint it. Instructions should be given. The third one is the location. For example, if you are applying for a big stage program, he might be looking for a auditorium, or he might be booking for a ground or something. So if he want to select that, the RO has to add all the locations, which is the most prominent locations in his constituency, this or constituency in here, so that the person who is applying for the permission, there will be a drop down to select the location. But there is no worries on it. If you have not filled the location data also, there is no issue, because there is an option in the Suvidha portal for the public that they can enter a location also. For example, if there is no drop down, there will be an option, add your location. He can add the location. So you have to no worry about this location, but still it will be better if you can add the most famous locations in your constituency. But if it is not there also, it is not an issue. The public can add their location, their required location. So that is not an issue. But the police station and the nodal officer details should be added, and this should be done before the announcement of the elections, because from the date of announcement of elections the permissions will be coming and appropriate decisions or appropriate actions has to be taken. The third one is the accept bar reject permission. So here you will be getting the all the applications applied for the permissions here, and from here you have to go for the further processing. So here I cannot show that here, but it is very simple. If you go click on this, it will enter into another window where there will be, for if it is a police permission, you can see the NOC from the police, and after that you have will be having a provision to provide a remark and upload a PDF. So that PDF will be the proceedings of the RO for giving the permission and also for rejecting the permission. So you have to upload it and you have to give it, submit it. It will be given to the Suvidha login of the person who is applied online, and that will be downloaded by that person and he can use it. So this is what happens in the accept bar reject permission. So here all the permissions will be listed. Go to each permissions. If it is a police NOC required permission, check for that. And if NOC has came, then go for the RO option. There you can have an option to upload a PDF. You just upload the order that giving the permission, submit it, is cleared. So permissions has to be cleared immediately once it is received, and you can have to process it. The next one is create agent. But in the agent case, you can create an agent for the RO to see the list of permissions that is coming. For example, if multiple permissions are coming, for about 30 permissions are coming, you cannot manage by a single person. So you can create an agent and he can download the details only, download the details of the permissions, but the upload of order can be done only by the RO. So that a single person has to upload the RO login, the orders and all. This agent can only take the details for any internal processing. He can process it, and once the order is ready, the uploading of the order and accepting or rejecting is only given to the RO. So RO has to log in and give the accept or reject. But still, if any agents is there, you can get that. For initial stages can be done by the agent itself, but the upload should be done by the RO itself. So these are the four things that comes under permissions. Application form and the attachments required, everything will be doing by the CEO office. So the person who is applying for will be getting some forms which he has to fill, that will be uploaded by the candidate or candidate representative, and you can process it. That will be taken care by CEO office. I think I missed that offline permission module. So this is second one is offline permission module. You can go there. So this is exactly the similar to the online permission, but some persons will not apply for online. They will come directly to the RO. So you have to accept that permission. Either you can suggest him to do the online permission, that will be better. But if it is insisting, you can collect the online offline details and you can enter the details here. So this is basically mobile number, select the applicant type, political party name, email ID for basic details. So the permission type, for example, we will be listing all the permissions that will be done by us. You have to select the permission type. So these things, everything will be given by us only. So form or any forms that has to be taken care will be given here. You have to download the format, get it done by that particular person, upload it here, state, Kerala, address. So here you can select the police station, which is we have done in the master data, event start date, event end time, event place. So here what I have said, that location. In the location case, even if you have not added the location, it is not an issue, because there is an option for add more locations, and the concerned person can add the location here and he can save it. So this is all what is happening in the offline nomination, and also this is what happening in the case of online nomination also. So these formats will be given, will be uploaded by us only, means CEO office only, and we will be dealing with it. Every permissions has to be digitalized.